students, it's teacher Rosemary, and today I'm going to do an art project with you. I'm actually going to do 2 art projects. They're pretty simple, but it's fun to have props when you learn about kings, queens, and castles. So, first we're going to make wands or scepters. Mine kind of looks like a lollipop because I did a circle. And the second thing we're going to make is a wizard hat, which I've already actually shown you how to make these before, but I thought it would be fun for our camp to remind you how fun it is to make and easy to make these pointy hats. So, first, for your wand or scepter, you're gonna want to get some thicker paper. So I used tagboard paper, which we included some tagboard in your art bags if you got an art bag. Whatever thicker paper you have, if you have regular paper, you can use that. It just might tear a little bit easier. And then on the paper, you can draw whatever shape you want your wand or scepter to be. So for this wand, I did a circle, but you could also do a heart, or you could do a star. Now, my wand is 2-sided. It has 2 sides. So you might want to take your paper, and you can get a grown-up to help you with this part because it is a little tricky, and you fold it in half, and then you pick the shape that you're going to go ahead and have your wand be. So I folded mine in half, and this is where it's the creases, and I'm gonna do a heart. And we've taught a lot of you how to cut hearts out. You draw half the heart, and then you cut along the crease, right? So I'm gonna do a heart, and I'm gonna cut it out. Now I have adult scissors. Hopefully you're using your kid scissors to cut your heart out. And if you want it to be a 2-sided wand, you want to take the heart you just cut out and trace it and cut it out again. I'm just going to show you how to decorate one side. Now, you can decorate your heart or your circle or your star. You could do a square, however you want. You can use tempera paints. You can use watercolor. You can use markers. I'm going to use watercolor because I don't have any tempera paint at my house right now. And I actually made this watercolor using a video that teacher Patty posted. This is just water and food coloring. It's 1 tablespoon, which you can see it's not very much water, and 10 drops of food coloring. So I did blue, and I have red. So that's how I made my paint, because I don't have paint at my house right now. And I'm going to get a white crayon and decorate on my heart a little bit. I'm gonna do some circles. I'm gonna do an R for Rosemary. Now, if you don't wanna do white, because you can't see the white till you paint, you can use other color crayons too. It's really up to you. And what we call this at school when we do this kind of art with the crayon and then the watercolor is crayon resist, because the crayon resists the paint. Now you can only see the purple that I did on here. Now watch, I'm gonna get some blue, put my brush in, got my Lone Mountain placemat to catch the paint. And the blue is kind of light, so I'm gonna do some red. And what's funny about my red is it turns out kind of purple, but I'm okay with that. That is fine. Paint on over. And you can see on my wand, if you look, there's a white R. And that's where I did the white crayon. So the crayon resists the paint. So that's one way you could decorate it. You can also do tempera paint, really however you want. And I recommend when it's dry, get some white glue, Elmer's glue, and glue some jewels on if you want to. I don't have jewels yet. I need to go pick some up at school. So I'm just gonna keep mine with the crayon resist. And then when it dries, you can see that's how I decorated this side. So once it's all dry, you take your shape. This one's not decorated, but I'm gonna show you how. And I just actually use Scotch tape. You can use white glue if you have it. Put a little glue right here, and then you glue your shape on. I'm gonna put a little tape right at the top of my, and I took the tape. You might need a grown-up to help you do this, because what I did is I took the tape and I kind of curled it up so it was on top of itself like that. So a grown-up can help you do that. If you're doing a 2-sided wand, put a piece of tape on either side, or again, you can use glue, and then you tape it on. And like I said, I recommend also adding jewels. You could add jewels to the handle. You could take markers and you could decorate the handle. I'm gonna write my name on the handle. And these are just regular markers, and it's a craft stick, which we also included craft sticks in the art bags so that you can make your wand or scepter. And this is what the finished product looks like. Mine is two-sided. Abracadabra! Now, I'm also going to show you how to make a wizard hat. So, to do the wizard hat, all you need is a piece of paper. Now, my piece of paper I've already cut, so my wizard hat isn't going to end up being very small. If you want it to be big, the bigger the paper, the bigger the hat. So, you might need a grown-up to help you with this part, but first you need to draw a rainbow shape. So a half circle. Can you take your hand and do it with me? And then, so I'm going to draw my rainbow shape. I'm going to move my paint here. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And again, my paper's small, so it's going to be a tiny hat. You draw your rainbow shape. Then you get your scissors. You cut it out. I'm cutting along the rainbow line. Then you want to decorate it. Now, I'm just going to do some quick coloring because I want to show you how you fold it. But you can paint it, you can glue things on it, however you want to decorate it. You could put stickers on it. But if you paint it, you got to let it dry before you make it into a wizard shape. And then a grown-up will probably need to help you with this part. But you take it and you fold the corners together, just like that. And then I usually take a stapler and I staple this part. So it's up to you. Or I have some tape right here. I don't have my stapler handy, actually. I'm going to do some tape. I think a stapler is more sturdy, though, right? So this is the hat shape. And then I like to get a paper cutter, a hole punch, and I punch a hole in either side. A grown-up can help you with this part. And then I just use yarn to attach the parts that keep the hat on my head. So you can see, here's one of my finished hats. I like to wear this one. It has some patterns on it and designs. And you can see I attached string. A grown-up will probably need to help you with that part on either side. And then I just tie it on. Now, if you have elastic, you could just loop elastic through and it's stretchy and you don't have to tie it like this. You can just tuck it under your chin. But I don't have elastic, so I use string. And now I have a really cool wizard hat. We will probably also make these one day in our Kings, Queens, and Castles camp on Zoom because they're so easy and so fun to make. I'm having some trouble tying it. I want to keep it on and do my wand. There we go. And now I'm ready to cast a spell. Abracadabra! All right, friends, have fun making hats and wands. Bye.